Hi, Shashank. Welcome all the participants for the awareness webinar on fundamentals of industrial robotics, simulation of robot, kinematic motion using collision mapping planner, which is organized by Sanatana, Sanatana Research and Training Institute, a unit of Sanatana Samkritishtana Mysore, in association with Rotary Club of Mysore West. Prayer is the process of talking to God in order to achieve a purpose. So let us begin this webinar by seeking the blessing of Lord Almighty. Vakratunda Mahakaya, Koti Surya Samaprabha, Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva, Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Now I request Dr. Ramachandra CG, Managing Director, Sanatana Research and Training Institute, to welcome and introduce the speaker of today's webinar. I also request him to welcome the guest and the participants.
A very good morning, Honored all. So I take this opportunity on behalf of Sanatana Research and Training Institute, which is an unit of Sanatana Samprathisthana Mysuru, to welcome today's speaker, Dr. P. Sivasankaran, Associate Professor, Manakula Vinayagar Institute of Technology, Pondicherry, and officials from Rotary Club of Mysore West, and participants from different parts of the country. Let me introduce today's speaker. Dr. P. Sivasankaran has obtained his BE degree in Mechanical Engineering from Pallavan College of Engineering, Kanchipuram, and ME in Industrial Engineering from Tyagarajar College of Engineering, Madurai. He has obtained his PhD in Industrial Engineering from Anna University in the year 2015. He is having a total 11 years of teaching experience in various cadres and currently is working as an associate professor at Manakula Vinayagar Institute of Technology, Pondicherry. He has published a total 35 plus papers in reputed international and national journals and also presented many papers in international conferences. He has published books on quality management, process planning, and cost estimation, managerial economics, and computer integrated manufacturing, automation for excellence, etc. He has organized more than 15 workshops and guest lecturers on recent technological advances in the area of industrial engineering, etc. And is a peer reviewer of editorial board member for various reputed international journals also. Is a life member of Indian Institute of Industrial Engineering, Mumbai, IAENG USA, and Teaching and Education Research Association, Eurasia Research. He is proficient in software such as Design for Assembly, AutoCAD, RoboDK, etc. He has guided various academic projects for UG and PG students. He is regularly applying for projects, seminar grant or FDPs, etc. under various schemes such as DST, CSIR, AACT, etc. has carried out a novelty research in the work titled Comparison of Jute and Sisal Fiber Reinforced Composites Using Crust PCB with the support of C Intel Services Chennai. He has actively participated in various FDPs, national and international workshops, etc. at various institutions. He has delivered guest lectures at institutional level as also at reputed industries on the topics related to software applications and other industrial engineering areas. So with this brief introduction, coming to today's, today we are in fourth, that is session 4 actually. A robot, all of us, we know about a robot is a machine, especially one programmable by a computer, capable of carrying out a complex series of actions automatically. A robot is a type of automated machine that can execute a specific task with little or no human intervention. An industrial robot is a robot system used for especially for manufacturing. A typical applications of robots includes welding, painting, assembly, disassembly, pick and place for printed circuit boards, packaging and labeling, palletizing, product inspection, testing, etc. All these accomplished with high endurance, speed, and precision. So the session 1, we started with fundamentals of industrial robotics, a detailed, the fundamentals of industrial robotics has been given. The second session, material handling systems, the various material handling systems available in robotics, it has been discussed. And the last, the session, that is session 3, robotics work cell design. So this particular the area has been discussed, and today's topic, it is session 4. So he'll going to discuss the simulation of robot kinematic motions using collision mapping planner. So this is what for today's session he has planned. So with this, I wish all the participants will have a fruitful interaction with the speaker. Once again, I thank you and all. Over to you, Shashank.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. P. Shivashankaran, Associate Professor, Manakola Vinayagar Institute of Technology, Pondicherry, to start the session.
You can start sharing your screen. Yes, yes.
So very good morning to one and all present here. First of all, I welcome all the participants for the today's program, session number 4, simulation of robot kinematics motion using collision mapping planner. So let me introduce about myself. I am Dr. P. Shivashankaran, currently serving as Associate Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering from Manakola Vinayagar Institute of Technology, Pondicherry. So before moving to the today's agenda, let us brief about the following the 3 sessions that has been went in industrial robotics. In session 1, we have started about what is meant by a robot manipulator and what are the constructional parts that are involved in a robot manipulator. And we have seen some of the types of programming schemes like online programming, offline programming methods. Whereas in session number 2, we have discussed about the importance of material handling system in robotics and what are the common material handling the robots are used to do the factory related assisted operations like loading and unloading, etc. Then in session 3, work cell design of a robot. So in that we saw about what are the design consideration, the procedure for a work cell construction of a robotic arm manipulator. The continuation of session 3, what we are missed in session 3 that we are going to cover in session 4 by a practical demo software using RoboDK solver at the final end of the program. So how we can able to define the joint space, the different joint space of a robot arm within a work cell layout, such that how we can able to detect the collision without hitting or interacting the other object within the workplace. So with the help of the software, we are going to discuss later in the meantime of the presentation. Now, I will straight away go to the today's agenda of the program. So let us understand the basic introduction about the preface about the program, and then we will move over to the literature review and the outcome as well as the gap of literature review. Then what is the proposed methodology that I have used in the mini project work to solve the kinematic motion path planner. The next final conclusion of today's workshop. So in this way, this sequence, the presentation is going to be planned. So now let us move to the introduction about the problem. So in the current growing industrial environment, so every companies are in a tremendous pressure to maximize the productivity. So that was the primary concern for today's highly competitive world. So many modern industries are highly productive enough to use different kinds of tools and the techniques in order to show their improvement in enhancing the efficiency and also effectiveness. So that's why simulation, today's topic, is mainly focused on simulation, offline programming technique. So without connecting to the real world system, so within a closed room premises, so how offline simulation programming can be analyzed for a given real world application. So that helps us to improve the business efficiency, at the same time, the effectiveness in doing the work. So with the advancement of the modern the technology like automation, robotics, so when it came in the industry field, so a lot of the transformation takes place. So if you take right from the material packing, material handling, that is loading and unloading, then machining operation, then distributing the finished goods from between the source to destination at various locations. So all this happens due to the advancement of the robotics that comes into picture. So that nearly serve the human society in many possible way by reducing the human effort to the minimal extent and increasing the safety in doing the jobs by reducing accidents. That is human error, because humans are not that much highly capable enough to do the job in a proper accuracy and precision. So to overcome the human accidents in the hazardous, unstructured work environment, so the robots that nearly help the human society by by reducing the manual fatigue experienced by the worker due to the continuous monotonous job done by the human operator. So the automation brings the safety to the existing work environment, and also it will try to keep the people in a more secured way within the environment. So today we are going to discuss some of the practical constraints in robokinematics, the motion. So with the help of a work cell, a small work cell unit, using simulation, the package, namely RoboDK solver. It is a process simulator, a three-dimensional process simulator. Okay, so in that we are going to discuss about the different hand motions with reference to a Cartesian the coordinate system. And these are some of the couple of literature survey, so in which the different authors have contributed their the ideology towards the robo simulation in different application. Let us take the first the paper, the literature article number 1. So in this paper, the author has identified the use of robo simulators in the particular area like teaching, education, learning, and in research field, and also in training the employees, that is users, software users. So the use of simulators has become a good complementary to the students. Without a teacher, the students can able to learn all the practical concepts by understanding the theory more lively through virtual platform. Then the next paper, the article, here the author focus about the use of autonomous robot that is capable of doing the human task similar to that. So the planning, decision making, and the entire administration operation will be carried out by the autonomous robot, right from the scheduling of the jobs and also the sequencing of jobs in the correct order within the shop floor environment, and at the same time dispatching of jobs at the correct time within the deadline. So everything can be done with the help of the autonomous robot. But here, in order to overcome such challenges, So simulating the robot within the software using a computer application system at a very low cost. So that is considered to be the primary concern in this the research. So before moving to any practical field, first thing we need to test through simulation with the help of the computer how the solution has been attained, and then only based on the adjustments and so many reworks we can come to the final conclusion for the actual implementation in the real area. The third article, which tells about the challenges of a robot faced in hazardous environment like welding or nuclear power plant. So these are considered to be highly hazardous, unstructured in nature. So in order to reduce the number of the frequent failures, so we need to do such kind of simulator analysis. Okay, so what type of sensors that are required to sense the radiation effect by the robot, such that we can able to secure or safeguard all the automated missions in a more effective way. And the last one here, the fourth article. So the author has focused the advancement of industrial robotics that is considered to be the need of the hour, and that has to be implemented in research by doing a lot of the survey-based research work, by understanding the social concern of various industries, so that we can able to fulfill the supply and demand. So what the customers exactly they perceive based on the product which has been delivered by the different manufacturing industries. So from the survey, literature survey, it is observed that based on the couple of the paper, the researchers have contributed the general ideas by using simulation in the area of education, conducting job interviews and factory line assembly works. But only few work, the minute micro level, the work has been focused on the kinematic motion analysis. So why the reason for focusing on the kinematic motion analysis? So before going to mount any robotic assembly setup inside the work cell layout, so we need to make the affordability as well as the flexibility of the robot such that it has to freely move its joint arm linkages, so without colliding or hitting the nearby object. So such that the work can be completed with very high accuracy, and also the quality of finish, the job completion, it can be expected at a zero defect at a very higher rate. So for that purpose, the collision mapping planner, so that involves the various the kinematic, the motion of a robot link that we are going to discuss in the future consecutive slides. So next one, the methodology. So how to solve the simulation using the collision mapping planner. So that I will be showing in the few slides later. So by just showing some of the simple exercise with the help of the software itself. So how to do the collision mapping planner. So now let us understand what you mean by just a simulation. It is a random experiment. So for any dynamic the process, a real system, so we can do some randomization. It is a mere approximate language simulation. So it is not an optimal, it will not give you an optimal solution. A near appropriate the solution equivalent to the real-time basis. So why people are going for the simulation instead of numerical modeling, that is mathematical modeling? It is a time constraint, whereas in mathematical modeling, the problem application area, so we cannot able to solve it. So memory space at the same time, that the solution solving time, that will also expand exponentially in more larger amount. So the problem, the drawbacks, simulation is a very user friendly, simple, easy experiment such that we can able to somehow redefine the errors the corrections that has to be done very perfectly through simulation output. So that's why I just use the term simulation is a randomization, step-by-step approach. Okay, so using sequential step-by-step algorithm, so we can that is going to be attainable by the users, experimenters, who is going to simulate any practical application. And that has become nowadays a useful tool and common way to support in more virtually in every phase of manufacturing operations, right from planning and the process. And next, in this, the work, the project, in my project work, the simulation studies carried using the software name called RoboDK, which primarily tries to analyze the kinematic motion of a robotic arm. So this is about the details of the software. So RoboDK version 5. It is an open source, freely downloadable software. 1 month, the trial version. So after 1 month, we can able to reinitialize again. So now using this RoboDK solver, let us understand the basic concept by robokinematics and what is the difference between inverse kinematics and the forward the kinematics in robotic sciences. And these are the two different classes, the subclasses that are available in robokinematics, inverse and forward. Here, in robokinematics, which describes about the physical movement or the motion of a body without considering the force and the moment. Okay, so here in this, without considering the force and other the moments, right? So the robokinematics, it is an analytical, analytical study of motion in the manipulator. So formulating the suitable kinematic model by constructing a 3-dimensional rigid body so that we can able to understand the very critical behavior of the various industry robot manipulator system. So this is the problem objective. Later on, we are going to solve it with the help of the demo software. So now let us try to differ what is the forward and the inverse kinematics. So in inverse kinematics, the input data variable that will be fed as the end effector position in terms of Cartesian, the coordinate system. So by following the Cartesian coordinate system, so what will be the exact end effector, the position and orientation within the space. And also based on that, it will try to calculate the various joint angle. The inverse kinematics is more difficult as compared to the forward the kinematics. So whereas in forward kinematics, so the input will be the joint angle. So based on that, it will try to estimate the positioning of the end effector within the 3-dimensional the space coordinate system. So here we are going to discuss how to find out the collision checking with the RoboDK solver and what are the possible way to prevent the collision by obstacle avoidance within your real setup. So through 3D simulation by virtual simulation method. So this section is going to cover the following the topics, the next future consecutive slides. So how to activate the simulation checking the programs for the simulator and how to define the map, that is the trajectory path planning of an arm robot. So by activating the collision detection map. So, so now I can show you some of the the demo models by changing the screen. Later on, I will discuss the results. So now I will move on to the software, the workbench. So here you are viewing the default, the work area of the RoboDK solver. And this is nothing but the new workstation. By clicking new workstation, so this, the axis, the coordinate system, right? So that will get enabled. Now I want to install a 3D simulator by clicking File, Open Menu, right? So here there are different variety of the industrial the robots are available. So I'm just randomly picking any one of the 3D model, this process simulator of a manipulator. So now I'm going to do the collision mapping planner here on this the robotic arm manipulator. So by choosing the option utilities, so moving to the collision free motion planner. So by clicking that option and create a collision free map, so a small pop-up menu, the dialog box will open. Here, there are certain boundary conditions, number of samples. Let us understand what do you mean by number of sample. Here, what is 100? So it is nothing but 100 location, that is different nodal points. So in a given work cell, in a given work area, so to cover each and every distance in different locations, so I may create 100 or 120 location, the nodal point, such that each point the arm has to cover by defining the distance between node 1 to node 2. So that is number of sample is nothing but how many location points you are going to define in the space, within the Cartesian space. Then minimum number of edges per sample, that is 25. So for example, out of 100, so it has to randomly cover the 25 nodal point. For example, node 1 to node 2, what is the distance covered between these 2 points? So based on that, we can able to position the path planning of the robot arm. And also we can able to find out the geometry, the trajectory, the path traced by the arm movement. And this is the step angle of the robot. So default, it will be considered as a 4 degree. The maximum you can keep up to 6 degrees. But there is some difficulty in identifying the collision detection. If you keep more than 4, we cannot able to identify the obstacle avoidance when we are doing the experiment. So I'm keeping minimum step angle 4 degree. Okay. So I'm just going to run the program. If you want, we can also change the number of sample as 10. Let us solve a small, simple exercise, 10. A number of edges per sample. Let us take 5 nodes out of 10. So update map, by clicking update map, right? So now we have seen a small, simple exercise for this particular problem. So you have seen the different, the arm end effector, the positioning. Okay, so within the fraction of the second, so we have attained the solution. Now let us discuss the larger problem. I'm keeping 150. So let us measure the time taken, how many minutes it takes to find out the end outcome of the problem. Okay, so again, repeat the same operation. Now, it is such a lengthy experiment. Okay, so it tries to link each and every node within the workspace. The number of node is given as 150. So it tries to calculate, link all the various independent, the nodal points that are defined within the workspace unit. And accordingly, the arm, the manipulator of the robot arm has to position based on the conditions that have been specified here. So by doing this experiment, we can able to design a very safe layout such that what is the maximum possible extent, the arm should not go and interact with the neighboring object. Okay, so we can prevent the collision and also the risk free. So we can able to reduce the accidents, lot of the careless accidents that are occurring inside the factory space. So this kind of exercise, which will try to optimize the plant layout, the work cell design of a robot, what is the space occupied for the mission that will exactly cover the area, right? So now with this, I will just stop sharing the screen. I will move to the PPT mode. So this is the solved results. So which using that software, So I obtained the following results for various combinations for different motions. So from figure 1, so the number of iteration is fixed to be 100 and the robot step angle is set to be 3 degrees. So based on that, the total simulation, the runtime is estimated to be 35 minutes. And next combination of motion, here the number of sample location is set to be 46 by keeping the same degrees of freedom, that is a step angle 3. So we can able to estimate the simulation time of 25 minutes. So now the third sample figure that represents the number of iteration, that is sample location is said to be 10 and step angle is measured 3 degrees. So the total simulation time is measured to be 5 to 10 minutes. So using stopwatch, I have taken all those simulation time, the process time. But in this software, we cannot calculate the simulation time. Just manually, I calculated the simulation time for every arm movement between the initial starting node and the final node, right? So based on this work, the following are some of the results and the discussion that are listed here. So from the above simulation analysis, from the simple study, so it is clearly understood from the fact that when the number of iteration for the given problem is increasing exponentially high for the given exercise, it takes lot of time to predict the solution. At the same time, when the number of iteration decreases gradually low, within a less span of time, we can able to analyze the outcome for the problem. So these are the comparisons that has been carried out in the mini project work in order to study the collision, the behavior of a robotic system by importing the simplified the motion path planner using offline programming interface within the workspace, the facility. So these are the conclusions for the today's workshop that has been pointed out here. So in the given work, the detailed the analysis is carried out by undergoing different simulation, the mechanism, the robokinematics using the software called RoboDK. And also we have discussed about what is forward kinematics and inverse kinematics in the introduction of the program. And so based on the simulation result, it is observed that for any real automation, the control system, we have to provide a well-defined, a comfort workspace cellular layout. So that can help to forward all the mechanical the operation in a more automated way without any collision within the environment. So simple simulation analysis is carried out for so many, 3 to 4 trials, and based on the simulation results, the software gives the best solution for the minimum number of iterations. And this helps to plan accordingly the layout designer, and also we can able to model the workspace constraint based on the layout type to ensure the automation system in order to carry out in a more safer way by increasing the efficiency and effectiveness over and large. And these are the references which I have been collected by myself. And once again, I thank all the participants and the program coordinator for giving me the opportunity to share my view about, apart from the regular, the theoretical knowledge in fundamental of industrial robotics. I think today's session would be somewhat practical compared to theory-based lecture. So this software is available at open source platform. You can download it, and you can also do the similar kind of analysis, right? So this software is mainly for in creating the facility planning and material handling. For that purpose, the RoboDK solver, that is the objective of that software for kinematic motion path planner. So once again, I thank all the participants for your patience listening. I thank you one and all.
So participants, you have any doubts or clarification, so directly you can unmute yourself and you can speak to the speaker. He'll going to answer. Yes, the platform is open for discussion. So anybody want to ask or any clarifications? Sorry, even you can post it in the chat box also. He'll take up those questions also. Okay, if there are no questions, we'll proceed with the program. Shashank?
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful and informative. Gratitude is the essence of humanity. I thank Dr. P. Sankaran, Associate Professor, Manakula Vinayagar Institute of Technology, Pondicherry, for accepting our request to be the resource person of today's webinar and also for delivering a very informative session. Thank you, sir. I request Dr. C.G. Ramachandra to give, to summarize about today's webinar.
Okay, let me thank first of all Dr. Shiv Sankaran P. So he is being associated with us for so many programs. So today he has delivered session 4. One more session we have. Probably this month end we will plan for that. And I thank him for giving this fourth session presentation. And coming to today's presentation, so he has given the lot of introduction about the kinematics at the beginning, and then he has linked to the industrial robot. So robot kinematics, he has given some more insight information about it, and with various literature support, what all the researchers, those who have carried out the research work on this particular area, he has explained with us. And the methodology, how his mini project he has conducted to achieve this simulation. So he has discussed in detail with us. And the two, the software, there are so many software were used for the simulation purpose. He has used RoboDK version 5 software. This is what he has, including a demo also he has shown. And he has given some more informations like under kinematics. So what is robo kinematics and inverse kinematics? These information in depth he has given, and also his own the mini project which is carried out under his guidance. He has given the complete the software demonstration also he has given. That is one of the important the highlight of this webinar actually. And he has concluded his work also at the end, okay, with how this simulation can be done with the help of a RoboDK version 5 software. So this is all about the summarization of today's the session 4. So over to you, Shashank. Shashank? Okay, with this, we have come to the end of the webinar. Once again, I thank today's speaker as well as all the participants. Okay, continuously are coming to our the programs and the attending for session 4 today's webinar. Probably this month end we may plan the session 5 also. Once the session 5 is completed, so for all the participants, the certificates will also be given. So with the link. So with this, I thank everyone. Thank you. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye.